Alright, I'm about ready to get started here. Hey, Bone Chuck. How is it going? Great to see ya.
Gotta do what? I gotta believe.
Gotta believe. How was your day, Bone Chuck? My day was kinda crazy. Wow, look, I only have one file on here, and it's 14 minutes. Like, all my files got deleted from this cartridge over time. Just happened to catch the announcement at the right time. Nice. Glad you did. Yeah, I had a pretty wild day. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I got my my COVID test result back finally after being fully better for almost 2 weeks, and it was positive. And on that same day, my wife started getting symptoms, so she has been completely out of it the past 2 days, and I've been in single parent mode essentially, which is not the easiest thing ever. So I did manage to beat the final boss in Kaze and the Wild Masks, which is such an awesome game. It's basically, a Donkey Kong Country clone. And it's the closest thing to the original DKC series that I've ever played. So it just made me want to revisit, one of my all-time favorite games, have a nice, cozy, relaxing little bonus stream here. Did see that. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, I highly recommend that game. I don't know if you're a big fan of Donkey Kong Country or anything, but I sure am, and yeah, I really loved Kaze. The thing is, like, one of the most important things for like the whole Donkey Kong Country experience kinda is like the graphics and the music, to be honest. And Kaze doesn't have like really memorable music or anything. That's the one thing that is kind of that's like not up to par on the original. But well, I say original like it's a sequel, but it's not. It's its own thing. Music puts you, absolutely love the ambience of DKC. Music puts you in such a good mood. Yes. It's, I mean, the music from Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 is some of the greatest video game music of all time. And it's like, it's crazy just how much emotion is conveyed by these tracks, especially, I'll point out my favorite tracks as the game goes on, but for a game about an ape trying to reclaim his stash of bananas from a crocodile, it is mind-blowing. Did I get the G? Whatever, we're just going for it. So incredibly satisfying, yes. So I should be able to get through this whole game tonight. When was the last time I played it through all the way? It was not super long ago. I can't remember if it was in 2019 or 2020. But the last playthrough that I did of Donkey Kong Country, I used one of the... I played an MSU ROM hack, MSU1 ROM hack. MSU1 is a really interesting thing for Super Nintendo. So Super Nintendo games sometimes have extra chips in the cartridges. Like the most famous one is the Super Effects chip that's in that's used in Star Fox. So MSU1 is a fan. Oh wow, I'm not doing so hot already. We died in the second level. MSU1 is a fan-created theoretical Super Nintendo chip. Like they did the electrical engineering design of it, so such that it could be used by Super Nintendo games, and there were emulators that supported it, so people would make ROM hacks that utilize this this theoretical chip that never existed. And what it does is it lets Super Nintendo games play CD quality audio and FMVs. So it's basically like gives the SNES all the capabilities of Sega CD. So a lot of people have created ROM hacks that replace the soundtracks in games with like higher quality audio or just different audio sometimes. And there was this Donkey Kong Country one that I have that just has like it's just like a fan remix of some of the tracks, and some of them were really good, and that's the last time I played it. I played it with one of those. Oh, I wanted to mention something else really cool about MSU1 is so it began life as a theoretical chip that was you could only play these ROM hacks on emulators. But the flash cart that I have for SNES, the FX Pack Pro is what it's called. That flash cart has like FPGA support for all of the official Super Nintendo chips. I think it's the only flash cart that has all that you can play any Super Nintendo game on. But it also has FPGA support for the MSU1, so you can now use these MSU1 ROM hacks on original hardware. So yeah, it's really cool stuff. So yeah, I played that Donkey Kong Country MSU1 version, and the coolest thing that I have done with MSU1, absolute number one coolest thing is so this is also Donkey Kong Country related. So the history with DKC3 is David Wise, who is the composer for all the tracks in DKC 1 and 2. He wasn't like fully there for DKC 3. He like had some involvement, but his involvement was more like peripheral. He didn't directly compose that music. And I would say that you can really tell, like, Donkey Kong Country 3's music is fine, but it is nowhere near as good as the first two. But then when they ported DKC3 to the Game Boy Advance, they changed a lot of stuff in the game, and one thing that they did was they had David Wise come back and redo the score. Oh, how did I miss that balloon? What happened to the octopus? There it is. David Wise came back and redid that score. So it has almost a completely different soundtrack. I think some stuff returns, but like some of the music does not even have like the same vibe at all. So I think it's an improvement overall in the soundtrack for that game. I always like having two end guards here. I always think that's really funny. Anyways, the problem is the music is the only thing that's better about the Game Boy Advance version. Like, the graphics are way worse because it's on Game Boy Advance, so number one, it's lower resolution, and number two, they like turned up the brightness on everything so that and brightness and contrast of the colors so that like you can see it without a backlight. By the way, how's the audio mix? Because this is one of the most iconic tracks, and I hope everybody's able to hear it underneath my rambling here. Right, so the gameplay is also worse on the Game Boy Advance version. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's pretty laggy. Like, I was having a rough time trying to play the actual Game Boy Advance version compared to the Super Nintendo version. But somebody has created an MSU1 hack that puts the Game Boy Advance soundtrack into the Super Nintendo game. So last time I played Donkey Kong Country 3, which was about a year ago, I played that ROM hack. And yeah, I just thought that was so cool. It's like the ultimate version of that game, because you have the best version of the soundtrack with the best version of everything else. So the last time that I actually played Donkey Kong Country at all was when I was visiting my family. Actually, when I was there for Retro World Expo a few months ago. What happened to that TNT barrel? I always forget. I feel like there's a bonus stage over here, but I always forget where it is. Yeah, last time when I visited my family for Retro World Expo, me and my brother played some Donkey Kong Country. But we were playing it on Nintendo Switch Online on like a really old TV that my parents have that's not a CRT, like not old enough to be a CRT, but a pretty old TV, and like the lag was really bad. And there was one of the, I think it's like the third level, it would be like level 4-3, like the third level of the snow world. Okay, let's save. We just could not get past that, because that's like one of the barrel blasting levels. We cannot get past that for whatever reason, because of, you know, I'm just gonna blame it on lag. I think I've played this game so much, I think I can beat that level. Like, I usually can beat that level. But we'll see tonight. We'll see if it gives me trouble tonight. So how is everybody doing? Does anybody else have a long weekend? You know, I was talking earlier about today was a pretty rough day for me, but I do have a long weekend at least. I've got Martin Luther King Day off. So that's good. Hopefully my wife is feeling a little better by that time. Now, so when I had COVID, it only lasted really like 3 or 3.5 days. It was only really bad for that long. There was a bit of like residual fatigue that I had, and like I'm still a little bit congested, but you know, I'd say I'm 98% better now. You do not, but still enjoying your day off for today. That's good. I'm glad you're at least enjoying the day off right now. Sorry you don't have a long weekend, though. But it also sucks that my wife is sick on the long weekend. We actually had some plan. We were gonna go visit a state park or something, I think. But that fell through. You know, initially, the first thing I did when I got my test results, even though like I haven't been sick for like 2 weeks, the first thing I did was call my son's school to see what they wanted to do for quarantining. And initially I was worried he was gonna have to stay home for 5 days. That's the CDC guideline currently, is to, well, what the nurse said initially was like it would be 5 days for my wife's quarantine and then 5 days after for close contacts. But since he is vaccinated, thankfully, he doesn't have to stay home from school at all if he doesn't have symptoms. So that's nice. And I think that makes sense. I'm comfortable with that decision. 'Cause like homeschooling, or not homeschooling, but virtual schooling would be pretty rough, I think. I'm very thankful that oh no, I missed that jump. I'm very thankful that I was not that he wasn't in school yet in 2020 when all public schools were pretty much virtual. Because I have friends that have kids that went through that, and yeah, it sounded like not the greatest thing to do as a parent with a full-time job, like making sure that you're, especially for kindergarten, right? For like older kids, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to go through kindergarten like that. But I say that, but his school, his class actually had like a test run of like a virtual classroom thing a few days ago because of how bad things are with Omicron. So I know at my job, right before we went on mandatory telework, they were doing test runs. They said like, hey everybody, if you can, work from home this day. We're doing a stress test. And of course that was the precursor to working from home forever. So I'm hoping that he doesn't have to do virtual learning, because it seems really hard on parents for kindergarten. Like, I don't know how that would I don't know how that could even be possible, to be honest. Because my wife and I both work full-time jobs. I mean, I am very fortunate to have an incredibly flexible job, but I still have a lot of stuff to do. It's got to get done. It's got to get done. And oh man, I missed a bonus stage there. My tire slipped off the edge. But anyways, what's something more positive I can talk about besides COVID? What else about Donkey Kong Country? Let's see. Anybody else in the chat a big DKC fan? These games were like super formative for me. Like the first game that I got with I started out on the Super Nintendo, and the first game that I got with it was obviously Super Mario World. But I guess I had a subscription to Nintendo Power at some point, and I got the I got that VHS for Donkey Kong Country that they sent out, like to hype it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should totally look it up. Tuffyman, 100%, no exceptions to your DKC fandom. That's great. Internet's going a bit crazy for you there. I'm sorry to hear that, Bone Shock. Hopefully that resolves itself. So maybe in and out. Oh, no problem, Bone Shock. There's no pressure to hang out or anything, you know? I'm thankful to have you here when you're able to hang out, but never feel like you have to be here. Tuffyman, how are you doing tonight?
You gotta do what? I gotta believe.
That's right. Hope you're having a great night, Tuffy. So the reason that I decided to play Donkey Kong Country tonight is I've been playing this indie game that came out. I don't know exactly when it came out. I know it came out in 2021, but it's it takes a ton of influence from Donkey Kong Country. It's basically like a DKC clone. I would go so far as to say. But it nails the gameplay, and it was so cool to play, and I just finished that game earlier today. It's called Kaze and the Wild Masks. So, Tuffy, if you like these games, I really recommend Kaze and the Wild Masks. Or to anybody that's a DKC fan. Oh, goodness. Okay, we got everything. Yeah, I was talking about the Nintendo Power VHS. Does anybody know what I'm talking about with that? They sent out a VHS, a VHS tape, which they did for a few games. Oh no, what? How did I mess that up? Doing pretty good, just chilling now, playing some 3DS. Awesome. What are you playing, Tuffy, if you don't mind me asking? The last 3DS game that I played was Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, which I think is the worst Legend of Zelda game. Ah, I missed the Kong barrel. You've talked about it before. Didn't we watch part of it? You're trying to finish Etrian Odyssey Nexus on the final floor. Oh, nice. Good luck on finishing it. I definitely haven't played that tape on stream or anything. Or is that what you're talking when you say I've talked about before? Are you talking about the that DKC VHS or something else I said? Maybe you YouTubed it? Ah, maybe. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching on YouTube. It's watching it now is, I think, it's got a lot of nostalgia. It's very, very, very 90s. But that, I must have been only 6 or 7 when I got that in the mail, and I was familiar with Donkey Kong because when I was real little, my dad had a ColecoVision, and the only games that he had for it were Cosmic Avenger and Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong was like one of my first video game experiences, like one of the first video games that I was ever aware of. So like my parents knew Donkey Kong. That's like the one video game that they knew about. I guess like Donkey Kong and Pac-Man are the video games that they were aware of, really. So like my mom saw like the Donkey Kong Country thing with me, and she was like, "Oh, they're bringing back Donkey Kong." So it really hyped me up for Donkey Kong Country, and of course I thought the graphics in this game at the time were like the most amazing thing that I had ever seen. Because like, I was really young then, but we did rent a lot of games from Blockbuster, so I had played a lot of games. Tuffy, don't remember when you got it. Never got any past the first, except Tropical Freeze. They gave it for free on the Wii U. They gave it for free? That's really cool. I never knew that. You know, I really love the whole trilogy on Super Nintendo. I think they're all amazing. All three of them are three of my favorite games of all time. But you know, as a kid, I thought, to me it felt like they kept getting better and better. Like for a long time, 3 was my favorite. But now going back to them, I have to admit that that 3 is probably the weakest, which is a pretty common opinion. Your mom liked this game. She almost never plays games, but this and Mario 1 she loved. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, my mom definitely never played any. My mom definitely never played any video games with me, and I always like asked her to play video games with me, but she never did, and it always bummed me out. So I play games all the time with my kids, but that might be more for me than for them. Yeah, didn't play it much on Wii U yourself. Your mother wouldn't play with you either, except because she'd say, well, I have played Tropical Freeze. Well, I've played all of them, like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. Oh goodness, I should have saved that for this guy. I forgot. I like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. She would say your turn lasts forever and mine lasts for 20 seconds. Oh. Well, you can give control back to the other player if you're doing the co-op mode. I missed the K. Yeah, so I like Returns and Tropical Freeze, but I don't think they're anywhere near as good as the Super Nintendo ones. And they're very different. They're not like a straight return to form. Which is why I really enjoyed Kaze and the Wild Masks, because it does play just like these ones. Like it does not play like Returns and Tropical Freeze. It plays like the original SNES games. It is on Steam. Yep. Let me type out the name so you can find it more easily. Kaze and the Wild Masks, like that. All right, Vine Valley. We're getting into it now. We're done with the real easy stuff. What should I do if I beat this game? If I kind of felt like streaming for longer than it will probably take to beat this game. So I'll probably play something else afterwards. I don't know what. I'm just going for a really cozy night tonight after having a really rough day. Trying to play something really just warm and familiar, you know? Ah, he broke it. There's a bonus stage right there. That little necky, he broke it before I could use it. So yeah, I was talking before about those original 3 games and how when I was a kid I really felt like they kept getting better and better, and that's because like Donkey Kong Country 3 has a lot of awesome features in it. And I really do love Donkey Kong Country 3. But yeah, as an adult, I admit that 2 is probably the best one, and 3 is probably the weakest. But it's still one of my favorite games of all time. Tuffy, yeah, like they nailed the DKC clone style, but doing their own twist. Yep. Yeah, the only thing, you know, the DKC music is just so iconic, and the music was pretty forgettable in Kaze. Like, they really went in for the gameplay, not for the full, like it's not gonna be as memorable as these games for sure, but they really nailed the gameplay, and that's really cool. I'm thinking I might try to 100% that game, because there's a lot of collectibles just like in DKC. Well, it's a $20 game. Music money may not have been in the budget. Yeah, for sure. Whoa! Oh, this is how you reach that. Okay. I knew I had to bounce off of something. Plus, like... failed already. The Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 soundtracks, they're kind of like lightning in a bottle. And you know, earlier today, I found this YouTube video. I forget. It just showed up in my recommendations, and I wasn't even like looking for Donkey Kong Country stuff, but it was a video about somebody who is a musician talking about how the Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 soundtracks, or the music from the Donkey Kong Country series, like inspired him, and it was really, really cool. And I agree with it. I agree with all of it. Like this music, like I feel like Donkey Kong Country shaped me in a lot of ways. Bone Chuck, what's your oops? I don't see anything oopsy. Oops worthy. Oh, did I die? Was that the oops? There's that save barrel there. Oh! I thought that barrel would hit all of them. The barrel game. Ah. Yes. That was oops worthy. You're right. Now, I've definitely played this game a ton in my life, and I can definitely beat it, but I don't think I'm a pro at it or anything. But I do think we'll get through the game. Ooh. Do I not get DK when I do that? I forgot about that. I knew that. I knew that barrel would be wasted if I held onto it while I was jumping into a barrel. Silly me. Do any of you guys have a favorite Donkey Kong Country piece of music? I mean, for me, Aquatic Ambience is obviously a big one. And then in Donkey Kong Country 2, there's a track called Sticker Bush Symphony, which is what plays in the bramble levels, you know, where there are those like big vines with thorns that you have to avoid. That's definitely one of the best. Let's see, should I go for this? Let's go for it. Got it. Exit. Let's see, what else is there? There's, I feel like 2 has more straight up memorable songs. Definitely the final boss music in this one is amazing. I mean, all of the music is like really good and fits the levels and stuff. But I don't know if there are any others that are like really as iconic as Aquatic Ambience, you know, in the first game. The second game has a bunch more. Oh no, good thing there's a DK barrel right here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what my favorite like section is in this game, like my favorite world. I do like this one a lot, and I like the snow one a lot. It's probably between those. The snow area has a really nice. It feels like Christmas to me. It's kind of what this game feels like. Bonechuck, love how even when you throw the barrel into the abyss, you still get your buddy back. Yes, unless you are holding the barrel when you jump into another barrel and it falls into the abyss that way. Then you do not get your buddy back. Nope, there's nothing there. It's probably on this step. Temple Tempest. Here's another. Oh no, this is not. I think there is another water level coming up here, but it's not this one. Let's see, can I get up here like this? Oh, I thought I could. Nope. Never mind. There are so many. There's like there's a certain set of Super Nintendo games that are just like so nostalgic for me. Like they're the ones that I played. Like they're the games that like. Oh no! He got in the way. Yeah, there's a set of games that is like the canonical works in my mind on Super Nintendo, and they're, as far as platformers go, it's like now obviously there are a lot more platformers on Super Nintendo, but like the ones that really shaped my my feelings about video games are Super Mario World, all three of the Donkey Kong Country games, and Yoshi's Island. Like, as a kid, those are the games that spoke to me. I played a lot of other stuff because I rented a lot of games from Blockbuster. And there's definitely other things that like stick with me, you know, like Mega Man X is something that is, even as a kid, I was really into. And of course there are other platformers that are really amazing that I didn't play as a kid, or didn't appreciate as much as a kid that I do now. Like Super Castlevania 4, I did not appreciate as a kid. I owned it when I was really young, but I was probably too young for it, and I didn't even like it as a kid, so I ended up selling Super Castlevania 4 to Funkoland at some point. Oh no! But now I definitely think that's one of the best games on the console. Then there were then like the one other game that is like super formative to me, but is not a platformer, is Super Mario RPG. That was the first RPG that I really loved. I had played Final Fantasy Mystic Quest before that. Oh no, can I get him to go away? He needs to go away. Alright, he went away. I had played Mystic Quest. What? Why didn't you grab the rope, Diddy? What the heck? Let me, which way do I need to turn this? That way? Let's get myself a little better centered here. That's a little better. Okay, so what was I trying to say? I played Mystic Quest first. That was the first RPG I ever played, I think. But, it didn't grab me really as a kid. It wasn't until Super Mario RPG that I knew that I liked RPGs. I kind of want to play Super Mario RPG on stream sometime soon. I've been thinking about that. Of course, the main game right now is Haunting Ground on my regularly scheduled events. Maybe after Haunting Ground, I'll just play Super Mario RPG. I'm thinking about it. Here, this. Oh, we got a Rambi stage. All right, let's see if I can make it over to the huge Rambi. There we go. I don't know if that was worth it. It only gave me a 100. I don't know why it said X2. I definitely get more lives if I don't go for that thing. Huh. So yeah, I've definitely been thinking about playing Super Mario RPG, and I've also been thinking about playing Paper Mario. I've actually only beaten Paper Mario once when it was brand new. And I think we talked a little bit about this when I was doing a magazine read-through, look-through, whatever you want to call it. Oh no! Damn. But yeah, I was very hyped for Paper Mario when it was coming out because I had been following it through Nintendo Power, and I know that it was, you know, it was supposed to be Super Mario RPG 2, and you know, it's probably largely because of the lack of involvement from Square. I mean, there was no involvement from Square in Paper Mario. But it really does not feel like a successor to Mario RPG to me. Like, it never did. But I mean, it was fine when I played it, when it came out. I kind of just thought it was fine. But I would really like to revisit it. And I also have bought a copy within the last year of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which I have never played. So it might be fun to do like back-to-back Super Mario RPG, Paper Mario, and then Thousand Year Door. I don't know, or maybe that might be too much. I don't know. I do like to switch it up. Don't know if I would want to play all three of them back-to-back like that. But what do you guys think? Would you like Super Mario RPG on the stream? Alright, we got a save point. Orangutan Gang. This is where we meet the Trader Kong. He has a name, and I can't remember what it is right now. What is the name of the Trader Kong? Is it... No. I want to say Mankey Kong, but he's one of the DK64 Kongs. Absolutely Super Mario RPG, yeah. Yeah, I've really been feeling it. Feeling an urge to play Super Mario RPG. So maybe I will at least do that. Alright, so our ostrich buddy, and what's this ostrich's name? Espresso. Or Expresso. Here's the Trader Kong, by the way. I forgot his name. But this is Expresso, and I think Expresso is a she. She is immune to claptraps. What? She's supposed to be immune to claptraps. What the heck? Literally, as I said that. That is really funny. She was immune to claptraps. At least to one of them. Oh, I kind of wasted that keg. I wish I could remember the Evil Kong's name. I wonder if I still have... Oh, I don't think I do. I was trying to think if I still have my manual for this game, but no, I think it's gone. I very sadly didn't really keep manuals or boxes as a kid. Until around late in the N64. That is when I started keeping boxes. So I have Paper Mario Complete in Box, which is a cool collection item. I have Majora's Mask Complete in Box. What else do I have for N64? I have a few N64 games complete in box. Resident Evil 2, because I got that when like after I had played Resident Evil 1 Remake on GameCube. So I was well into saving boxes at that point. Why can't I grab these bananas? Come on. There we go. I have Jet Force Gemini complete in box, but my Jet Force Gemini box is in very poor condition. It got quite crushed in its life. So I must have gotten that one when I, like, at some transitionary period where I, like, cared enough to keep the box, but didn't care enough to actually take good care of it. So what games are you all playing in chat these days? I know Tuffy Mun mentioned Etrian Odyssey, which looks really cool to me. Oh, sometime between yesterday and next Friday, the charger should arrive. Very cool, Tuffy. So maybe you will be starting Mother 3. That's really exciting. Definitely let me know how you like that game. I think you'll like it a lot. That is a game that will, for me, that game will stick with me forever. It's like a true piece of art. Persona 5 Strikers, SMT5 are your current console games. Nice. So I've still yet to play any SMT or Persona game, but I really want to try them. I think that I would really like Persona for sure. And I bought Persona 4 on Steam on a sale a while ago. Haven't played it yet. Persona is much easier. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Persona seems like something I would like for sure. So I fully intend to play Persona 4 at some point. There's just a lot of games. I'm playing a lot of games right now. I'm trying to juggle too many games at once now. So of course we have on stream Haunting Ground. I just finished Kaze and the Wild Masks, but I kind of want to go back and find all of the hidden stuff in that game. I don't know if I will or not. I'm still playing Castlevania Circle of the Moon on the Castlevania Advance Collection. I think I'm pretty close to the end of that. And then, while I was, after playing Wonder Boy and Monster World, I picked up Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, which is the like modern day sequel in that series. Not knocking it, anything, just saying. Oh yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, it does. Persona does look easier than SMT for sure, but I don't know. I'm not necessarily looking for the most difficult game ever. I think like the story of Persona, or like the characters would pull me in. You plan on playing all the games in the series one where you take Fatal Frame. Oh, I totally missed where this was. Oh, I got lucky. I saw it like out of the corner of my eye and thought that was it. Do I plan on playing all the Fatal Frames? I don't know. Maybe over the course of my life. I actually, I had a very love-hate relationship with Fatal Frame. Like it's got a lot of really cool ideas, but it's got a lot of poorly executed things, I think. But I have heard that Fatal Frame 2 is way better than the first one. Oh no. Diddy. So yeah, I've definitely heard that Fatal Frame 2 fixes all of the problems of Fatal Frame 1. So I'll probably play it at some point. I don't know when. I'm not chomping at the bits to play it or anything. Tuffy, you saw that either a new one or a re-release came out. Yes, I think it's a re-release of one that was that was on the Wii U. If I'm, oh no, I missed it. If I'm remembering correctly, Maiden of Blackwater is what it's called. I know that. And yeah, it definitely was on the Wii U, so yes. It's a re-release. Okay, did I... Yeah, there's something over here, right? So yeah, I definitely want to play at least Fatal Frame 2, but it's not high on my priorities list, I would say. Now, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is really good, and my 2-year-old really loves watching me play it. It's his favorite game. He's said as much. The banana would never lie, right? That's right. The banana would never lie. If I don't think there are any lying bananas in the entire Donkey Kong Country series. Like, that would be awful if there was a lying banana. You know what? I think it was this level that my brother and I couldn't get past. We couldn't even get past the first level here. I know that the third one in here is even harder, I think. This is definitely one of the more challenging levels in the game, though. But it was totally... Oh, no! I was just about to blame it on lag from the last time I played, and then I died in a similar way. We'll see. Hopefully this doesn't give me too much trouble. I don't think it will. I'm playing on my CRT now, so lag should be non-existent. I am playing with my wireless 8-bit Do controller, but it is a 2.4 gigahertz version, not the Bluetooth version, so there's should be very little lag. By the way, this controller that I'm playing with that I just showed off is probably my favorite controller that I own. If anybody watching is into original hardware Super Nintendo games. Oh, that timer is not real time. That's interesting. You know, I know that like in Super Mario Brothers the timer is not real time, but I never bothered to even like consider it for this game. Show it again, please. Bone Chalk. It is the 8-bit Do. I think it's called SN30, 2.4 gigahertz. Like it's just like almost a perfect recreation of the OEM Super Nintendo controller, but it's 2.4 gigahertz wireless. So it's got, you know, imperceptible lag, and it's wireless, and it's got really solid build quality. I actually own like a ton of 8-bit Do controllers now. 8-bit Do makes really awesome stuff. Oh no. So I actually have two of these Super Nintendo controllers. I have this one and the Super Famicom Color Scheme one. You know, in case for when my kids get old enough to want to play multiplayer games with me, maybe. Yeah, I've been buying a ton of 8-bit Do stuff because they just make so many awesome products. And actually, for Christmas, I got their arcade stick. I unfortunately haven't really had a chance to use it yet, but their arcade stick is really cool. Hoping to play some Switch games with it. I have one. I have the Konami arcade collection on Switch. Oh no no no! But there is also so the Konami arcade collection on Switch is kind of lame, to be honest. It's got like the same branding as the Castlevania collections, but it's not done by M2, and it definitely shows. Like it has like a scanline option, but the wording for the scan lines on the menu is blur. Oh, here we go. I knew this was somewhere. Yay! Now I get past this part. Tuffy, keep this up and you'll be playing the Rhino bonus game again. Yes, that's the thing with that section. I definitely do get stuck on that section a lot. But yes, I can always play the Rhino bonus game and make back all the lives that I lost. So, all right. I always loved this level, like these crystal caverns in Donkey Kong Country. Love the vibe of it, you know? Let's see if I can actually do this time. The trick is you jump when you see the letter right before what you're trying to get. Oh no, I did too early. So yeah, that Konami arcade collection that I have on Switch, I only bought it because it was on sale for $5, and it has Haunted Castle in it, which is the Castlevania arcade game, which is actually awful. It's probably the worst Castlevania game. Kong is disappointed in me. He sure is. Well, we'll try to do something nice for him soon. Nope, there's nothing there. That means it was probably down to here somewhere. We'll make DK happy again in the future. But it also has a couple shmups on it. The Konami Arcade Classics is what it's called. It's got a couple shmups on it, which one of them I really like, called Thundercross. I was actually playing that on my full-size arcade cabinet, and it's a fun game. And it's interesting that I noticed. So this is like, it must be like a really obscure game because I've never heard anybody talk about it. So I'm kind of like surprised that it was in this Konami collection. And I found it just by like browsing the MAME ROM set, you know. Oh no, I should have landed. I was supposed to land right here. There was something right here. But yeah, Thundercross is a cool game, but I noticed that there's the version that is in the Arcade Classics collection is different than the ROM that I have in MAME. Like the first two stages are swapped. Like stage 2 in the MAME version I have is stage 1 in the Switch version, and vice versa. Alright, I didn't get all the bananas, but got enough of them. We're satisfied. There's also that Capcom arcade thing for Switch. Have you guys seen that? That looks really cool. You know, and it's, I mean, so I have like a real like full-size arcade cabinet that I built that I could play all these games on, but sometimes it's more convenient to just play it on the Switch, you know? But the thing about the Capcom one is it has a really awesome UI. What is this here for? Yeah, it's got a really cool UI where it like shows all the cabinets. And I think you can there's like there's packs of games for it. It's not just one collection. Like they think they sell like 5 different sets of games or something. So maybe I have a reason to pick that up now. What's down below? Okay, this is the bonus way. That's all I care about. All right, we got a espresso stage. I'm not sure if there is a large animal token like the Rambi one to find in all of the animal stages or not. I thought that there was, but I don't know where it is in any of the others. Does anybody in chat know that, actually? Is there a large animal in all of these stages, or is it only for Rambi? I feel like... there's definitely a Winky one. Winky's the frog. I think there's definitely one for him. It's been too long, you can look it up. Yeah, if you want to look it up, Tuffy, I'd like to know. We got 4 lives. We're at 44. You feel like every ride buddy has one? That would make sense. I don't remember where to find the espresso or the Engard ones though. So all the animal buddies are Rambi the rhino, Espresso the ostrich, Engard the swordfish, and Winky the frog, right? I guess Squawks is technically an animal buddy, but he doesn't have a bonus stage. How come I can't get this? I'm not being brave enough. We got it. We got it. I think Squawks only has one level in this game, right? But he comes back in a big way in DKC 2. So in Kaze and the Wild Masks, you know, as you might guess from the title, there are some masks in the game, and the masks serve the role of animal buddies. Like when you, oh no, I should have stayed on there. When you put on a mask, you gain some like animal buddy-esque powers. And they're not all straight clones of the DKC animal buddies. They have some unique concepts in there. Croctopus Chase. Alright, we get to hear aquatic ambience again. The legendary aquatic ambience. You guys ever seen that meme where it's like Beethoven on a beach and is playing the piano and it's on fire? And it's like a format meme, right? But where it's like, okay, we just need blah blah blah, nothing too crazy. Well, the first time that I ever saw that meme format was, it was like David Wise composing the Donkey Kong soundtrack. Okay, it's just a game about some apes, nothing too crazy. Piano on fire. Tuffy, watching a YouTube vid with all the bonus stages. First one, he failed to get the large rhino, but second was the ostrich, and there was a giant gold ostrich. So where do you go to get the giant gold ostrich? That's what that's what I need to know. I've taken off my no backseating tag for this game. So if you've got any DKC tips, let them rip. Bone Shock. This stage gives you visceral memories of your mom bringing home the VHS of Lion King. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice memory. Sounds like a nice memory. I saw Lion King in theaters, and it was definitely one of the first movies that I ever saw in theaters. And it's probably the first movie that I saw in theaters that I remember very well. Tuffy, far right. He was able to jump over the wall, and it's right there. Okay, that's what I thought, but I haven't been able to jump over that wall in a very long time. I know that I've definitely done this like as a kid and stuff, but I always try to jump over that far wall, and I can't do it. I don't know why. Bonechuck, you remember playing this exact stage and finishing up right before it was movie time. Very nice. That's a fun memory. What do you guys think of Lion King today? Does Lion King hold up? Is it as good as its reputation? I kind of don't really like Disney movies as an adult. I feel like it's probably just like it's probably more so just not liking Disney as a corporation. Like it really bothers me that Disney like gobbles up all of these giant media companies. Like, I don't want there to just be one company that makes movies, you know? Or even one company that makes blockbuster movies. It's kind of disturbing. And I think that... Oh no, I was almost there. Yeah, and I think that feeling encroaches into my feelings about Disney movies. Tuffy just saw the dolphin stage, and he found it there. Where is it there? Alright, let's see. There's something, I think it was, no, it's not at the top of this one. There was one of these where there's a path to the left that I wanted to go through, but it was not that one, and now I am Diddy-less. Can I go? Oh no! I played with fire. I flew too close to the sun. Funny how just about any other thing would get broken up. Like you went far right in the center to find a hidden wall with number 3. Straight up, far left, straight down were also hidden walls. Okay. I'll look for those hidden walls next time. Oh, conglomerate's broken up. Yes, yes. The bottom one had the dolphin. All right. So next, next animal stage, I'll definitely try to find these giant ones. Even though with Rambi, I feel like I could get more lives by not going for that one. All right, we gotta beat this level this time. I've died too many times. I know aquatic ambience is nice, but we've got to move on here. I was trying to learn how to play this on keyboard a while ago. I just remembered that. Hey, it's Engard. There's one in the frog stage. Yeah, I think I feel like I always get the one in the frog stage. I feel like I do fine with that one. I like remember where that one is. Maybe not though. Did we play a Winky stage? Okay, now this part is easy. Hooray! Torchlight trouble. We get Squawks. Squawks the parrot. This is all Squawks did in original Donkey Kong Country. Let's see. Can I get this? I can. Yeah, you know what? Turning around in this level really bothers me. Sorry if there's anybody watching that is sensitive to that, but yeah, when you change directions, the light flashes in your eyes like that. It, like, usually flashing lights in games don't bother me, but this in particular doesn't. And I don't remember it ever bothering me as a kid, but it totally bothers me as an adult. Let's see. Whoop, nope, nope. No! I didn't mean to do that. This guy did bad on the Rhino stage in general, but 500 to 600 gold things on the others. That's really good. 500 to 600. I usually don't get more than 400. If I get 500, that's like really good for me. I don't know if I've ever gotten 600. Ah. All right, let's shoot. Okay, at least I got the end. Oh, and Diddy, this is like one of the few times that Diddy is way worse than Donkey Kong. Because Diddy can't kill the blue guys. Oh, and we're gonna get the flashing lights in our face so many times here. Is it as bad on stream as it is for me? Maybe part of it is that I'm playing it on a CRT, and like the CRT flashing is a lot more intense than just like a white frame on a digital display. Candy save point. Rope Bridge Rumble. What is it? Oh, okay. I remember that this exists. I don't remember what happens in this level though. I don't have a good. Poor Diddy. Yeah, I don't remember how to play this level. No, it's super flashy. Oh well. Well, we're past that level now. No more squawks. That's the only level with him. Tuffy, like 1x is but like 4x plus is like ick. Yeah, I've got a lot of lives right now. Definitely don't feel like a game over is in our future. Something would have to go terribly, terribly wrong for me to get a game over in this playthrough. You know, outside of the MSU stuff that I was talking about earlier, I don't know that I've ever heard of any Donkey Kong Country ROM hacks. But surely there must be Donkey Kong Country ROM hacks, right? I saw a SNES drunk video earlier today. It must have been like a new post that he did about some ROM hacks. You guys watch SNES Drunk? He's a YouTuber that does all kinds of, he usually does just like 5-minute videos, but all about various 16-bit games, mostly Super Nintendo, but sometimes Genesis and sometimes arcade games as well. All right, this G is scaring me, but I need to go for it. I feel like I need to. No! Damn. I've got 43 lives. That's enough to figure out how to get this G, I feel like. Should have believed, you're right. Look, I believed for those bananas. Believing is exactly what I should have done. Alright. Let's see, like, what happened was I got stuck underneath on the other side. I got stuck underneath the platform on the other side. What is this barrel here for, though? Let's try coming at it from this way. Damn it. Maybe I need to, like, turn around and jump back up the way that I came from. It's the only thing I could think of. Or maybe I'll just leave that G. I'll leave those bananas too. When I die twice... Actually, I've died 3 times in this level now, right? Ah, I forgot my death counter! I always forget about the death counter. Anyways, I was gonna say, like, when I've died this many times, I feel like I just want to move on, you know? Alright, we got Engard. He comes after Rambi. Got him. Only one. We do not get to see the large Engard trophy just yet. Alright. There's the exit. Let's move on. Really naughty rampage. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What do you guys think is the best era of Rare? What? Oh, you can't damage him. Okay, can't damage him when he's jumping high. I didn't know that. What do you think is the best era of Rare? They were around in the NES. Rare made Battletoads, which is kind of interesting. There's actually a lot of similarities between Battletoads and Donkey Kong Country, I think. I've never played much of Battletoads, but I know that like every level has its own gimmick, which is kind of which is what they do in Donkey Kong Country. Think you may be thinking too much? You mean about how to get that G? Is that what you're talking about? Or about Naughty, the boss? You think maybe N64, but it's such a toss-up. So, you know, personally, I love these games more than anything Rare did on N64. Well, you know what? I have never played Rare's first-person shooters on the N64, which is a big blind spot for me in my gaming. Oh man, I messed that up. In my gaming experience. Yeah, like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark are big blind spots for me. I was actually thinking about playing those games on stream too. That would be kind of interesting. For me at least. Yeah, that was about the G. Yes, that G won today. But I will live to fight another day against that G. Tuffy, GoldenEye had a great campaign, but the PvP was super fun if you had a crew to play with. Yes, I've heard this. But yeah, I only played GoldenEye one time really, and it was at a friend's house. And I don't know. I think I just wasn't feeling it that night. You know, it was at a sleepover. And I feel like I wanted to be playing something else. Like I feel like I wanted to be playing Jet Force Gemini when we were playing GoldenEye. Which is interesting. Like the same friend is the one who introduced me to Jet Force Gemini, which I really, really love. That's like one of my favorite N64 games. But I guess he didn't play GoldenEye until later, and I like never played GoldenEye. Bunchak, you think Perfect Dark was better than GoldenEye in every single way? So I've definitely heard that Perfect Dark is like improved, like took the GoldenEye formula and improved upon it in every single way. That is definitely a thing that I've heard people say. But I just don't have any direct experience with it myself, and I kind of would like to. And I own both of those games now. I have physical copies of both of them, so I've got no excuse not to play them. Tuffy, Perfect Dark had larger stages and cooler weapons, then add in that it actually had bots, made it very awesome. Bone Shock. Jet Force Gemini was super cool, but the controls are rough to go back to. Star Fox 64, though. Star Fox 64 is amazing. That's not a rare game, though. But yeah, no arguments that Star Fox 64 is one of the best games on the console. Best games ever, in my opinion. That's another one of those games that like really shaped my what's the word? What's a good word for this? Like shaped the like what I expect video games to be, you know? Yes. Star Fox 64, one of the best ever. That was like the characters in Star Fox 64 are so good. Like the dialogue is so good. Like when like the little interactions between the characters, for me it like really gives me a sense of like world building. Like the world building is so good. Like you get the sense that these characters have a real history. That's what Star Fox 64 does so well to me. And of course the gameplay is really good. Okay, I need to step away for just a second. I will be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Toffeemon, outlined your preference and style. Yes, that is what these games have done. Alright, we're on Trick Track Trek. Bone Shock, you are correct. I don't know why my brain jumped to Star Fox aside from the fact that I love it. Yeah, I mean it's contemporary with the great N64 rare games for sure. I put it like my brain would jump there alongside thinking of things like Banjo-Kazooie. You know, if I had personal experience with GoldenEye, that seems like it's would be there. Let's see, what else were we talking about? Star Fox 64. World building. Oh. It's because Star Fox Adventure. That's right. That is Rare did make a Star Fox game. What do you think of Star Fox Adventure? I got pretty far in Star Fox Adventure recently. I didn't play it when it was new, but I kind of always wanted to. Oh, let's see. I can make that. Toughy that game is underrated. Not saying it's a 10 out of 10. Okay, I saw that out of the corner of my eye, and I thought you were gonna say it was a 10 out of 10. But yeah, it's good, but not great, I would say. That's how I'd rate it. Good, but not great. Give it a 75. Maybe we'll be a little more generous. 77. Bone Shock, you beat the whole thing way back, many years back. The Star Fox parts were the worst, but the adventure parts were fun. Yeah, I felt like it was, okay, so I don't think I finished my thought there. I was gonna say I got very far in it, but then a terrible thing happened. I accidentally formatted my GameCube memory card, which had many years of save files on it. It was a very sad day. Oh no. So I didn't finish it. Oh no, yes. See, I had gotten the ability to play Japanese games, and I was trying out Chaos Field, which is a shmup released for GameCube, only in Japan. And well, the first thing that that you usually get asked when you start a new a game that you don't have a save file for is it asks you, do you want to create a save data for this game, right? And you know, it was in Japanese, which I don't read, but there was a question that came up at the beginning when I loaded the game, which had yes or no, or you know, I could tell that it was yes or no, and I assumed that it was the question, do you want to create save data? So I said yes. Well, that's not what the question is, because you need different formats, I guess, for different regions for memory cards. So the question was, do you want to format your memory card? So yes, I lost all my old save files, but that's just reason to replay all those games. Yep. Well, that was a moment of flying too close to the sun, having too much power, and not knowing how to control it is what that was. But yeah, like I said, it's just reason to play those games again. But you know what the good thing is about the timing of this is, like, I had a save file for Super Mario Sunshine that I had since I got the game, which was, you know, close to when it came out. That I never beat the game for many years, for like, okay, where's Diddy? I kind of need him. Is he down there? Should I go down? Should I look for Diddy? Yes, I should. Anyways, like like shortly before I formatted my memory card, I did finally beat Super Mario Sunshine on my same save file after like 17 years or something. So I'm glad I did that with it before I lost it. Boneshock, you'll have to keep that in mind when you mod your GameCube in some fashion. Yes, don't even put in your main memory card for if you're gonna play a Japanese game. Just keep separate memory cards and don't let them touch the console. But yeah, it's fine. It's just reason to play those games again. You know, the one thing that I like, one save file that I had that I would like occasionally load up is my Resident Evil remake save file that has like the letter from the director unlocked, which is like the ultimate thing to get in that game. Like after you beat every possible mode, like including invisible enemy mode. Like I would sometimes load up that file just to look at that and be like, yeah, this is my greatest gaming accomplishment. But yeah, I'll have to beat invisible enemy mode again someday. Oh no! Ah, I thought there was gonna be a platform waiting for me. Well, that and I mistimed the jump. Okay, I was flying a little loose with that one. So I also had a 100% in Wind Waker that was on that memory card. That's now not. I don't remember if I found like literally everything in Wind Waker. I know I got all the heart containers. Let's see. I want to jump right when that's at the top. Alright. Yes, let's not mess this up this time. Because I feel like I'm close to the end of the stage, right? Yeah, there was even an arrow there telling me it's almost over. There we go. We got it. All right, I'm still, you know, as soon as my feet left the ground in those last two jumps, I was like, "Oh, I'm being sloppy with this. I should pay more attention." But we got there. Candy save point. Let's save our game. 1 hour and 22 minutes. Poison Pond. More aquatic ambience. Do you guys have like a set of games that set your expectations for what games should be? Or like one game that defined video games for you? One game that you expect all other games to be like in some fashion? You know, for me, if I had to pick one, it's definitely Super Mario World, because that was the first game that I really ever played, and that is the game that like that told me what video games are supposed to be. I have an unofficial guide for Super Mario World from when I was a real small kid. Feel like that makes the most sense. Yeah, it was, I mean, yeah, Super Mario World, for sure. It's, you know, there's something interesting, I think, between, like, people who had a Genesis as a kid versus Super Nintendo. You know, for people that only had one of them, which I think is most. Bone Shock, it's such a launch pad for gaming in general in so many ways. Yes, I agree. But then there are other games before it that would fill that niche. Like I think Super Mario Brothers 3, you know, usually it's like between Super Mario Brothers 3 and Super Mario World, it seems to be like which one did you play first? And that's kind of like, oh dang. That's kind of the game that fills that role. I was gonna say though, like between Genesis and Super Nintendo, like if you played Genesis games as a kid, I feel like that leads to a very different gaming worldview, because so many Genesis games were arcade ports, and like there was such an arcadey style of playing. So I don't know if I've necessarily ever like noticed that as a thing, but it seems like it would be a thing. Bonecheck, you played 3 first, but World was such a step forward. Okay, that's interesting. And yeah, Genesis was such a different environment. Right. It'd be interesting to talk about this with somebody that like grew up on Genesis. Now I was lucky enough to have both a Super Nintendo and a Genesis as a kid. I've talked about this before, but like my grandma bought a Genesis so that we would have something to play at her house. Which eventually it just came to stay at our house. But I really only had a few games for it, like Sonic. Oh, damn it. Sonic 2 and 3 and Jurassic Park and Cheeky Cheeky Boys. That was the extent of the Genesis collection. And yeah, Cheeky Cheeky Boys definitely has that arcade style. But, you know, Sonic in a lot of ways was trying to emulate Mario, at least in some ways. You know, Sonic is obviously very different from Mario in terms of gameplay, but let's be honest, he's the mascot platformer of Genesis. Bonechock, at your dad's house it was Nintendo, Super Nintendo. At your mom's house we had the lagging gen Nintendo and Genesis. Ah, so you had much access though. So that's cool. And then we jump to Saturn. Oh man, you know, I really wanted a Saturn as a kid. I remember being so like infatuated with the look of Virtua Fighter. But I didn't even realize this as a kid, but Saturn was really expensive. Like it was, like I knew that Nintendo 64 was the cheapest of that generation at launch. But I didn't realize that Saturn was $100 more than PS1 at launch. Alright, this level has given me some trouble here. Died too many times. I noticed that my lives seem to have reached a steady state. Like I haven't passed 44 lives. This is the point in the game where usually that happens. So yeah, I've always wanted a Saturn. It's like the one console that I've always wanted that I still don't have. I definitely plan on getting a Saturn sometime. Probably sometime soon. I mean, now's probably the time to get it. It's probably not going to get cheaper. You really want Daytona USA, Virtua Cop, and Virtua Fighter for it again? Oh wait, you do have Daytona. Very nice. Is Daytona the game where when you get a game over, it goes, game over, yeah? Is that Daytona? But your other major game is Panzer Dragoon. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon looks so cool. I have played the remake of Panzer Dragoon. I have that for the Switch, but never played the original, and never played the Xbox one, or Panzer Dragoon 2. I guess that's another one in the series. You feel like it is? You know, that would be a really good sound alert to add. Actually, you know what would be really cool? I need to figure out some more like streaming tech stuff, but I should definitely have use the death counter, and whenever it gets a death added to it, play that sound effect. That's okay. This has been inspiring to me. I'm gonna do that. Yes, yes. That I think it's a great idea. Bone Shock, it will be in your Season of the Dragon, since you must commune with a dragoon. Very good. Do you have Panzer Dragoon Saga? This is the real question. I think that's a very rare and expensive game for Saturn, but it seems like a really good game. Does anyone really? Good question. I don't know. Yeah, if/when I get a Saturn, I will definitely get a one of the ODEs for it. Oh no, Engard, get back here. I need you. I need you so bad. Yeah, I'll probably get the Friend Rear for Saturn if and when. You wish you did. It seems so fascinating. That's a top game to play. Yeah. So I mean, you could always go the. Actually, can you play burned games on a Saturn? Do you need any kind of mod chip to do that? Like, I know with Dreamcast it literally just plays burned games and it doesn't need to be modded at all. But I feel like I would have heard people talk about that with Saturn if that was a thing with Saturn. Anyways, thank goodness there are ways to play games like Panzer Dragoon Saga. Oh no, Engard! He's not coming back. Oh, he is coming back. Look at that. If not, I feel like the expansion slot would solve that. It probably does. There are probably ways. Alright. Yeah, I know that Japanese Saturns are way cheaper than US Saturns. So I was looking at getting a Japanese Saturn a while ago, but I guess I decided to get a Dreamcast first instead, just because the opportunity to get a Dreamcast arose first. But yeah, it looks like you can get a Japanese Saturn on eBay for pretty cheap, like less than $100 for. Oh, why did I jump? Oh no. I thought I would jump at the same speed as the cart. I'm doing it again. Oh, it worked that time. Yeah, I think it's, at least when I was looking a few months ago, it was less than $100 for just the console. Boneshock, you actually bought some games for Dreamcast before you had one. Ah, like that Gundam game? Is that one of them? I had a Dreamcast as a kid for a very brief period, but I ended up getting rid of it. Definitely regret that now. But I do have a Dreamcast again. I haven't really played much on it yet, though. Yup, that was one. Okay. Figured as much. How is the Gundam game on Dreamcast, by the way? Is there... how many Gundam games are there on Dreamcast? I feel like there's more than one, isn't there? You bought it and borrowed banjos to play it until you found one in a local shop for $40. Ah, nice. Very nice. Alright. This level... Ooh, can I do this? Oh, we gotta do it like this. Okay, it's gonna be that G all over again. Oh, nope, I got it. This track is really good too, by the way. The music in this stage. We gotta know. Bonechuck, you think there's two. Rise from the Ashes was localized, but Blue Destiny wasn't. But I think that was also a Saturn game. Interesting. I wonder if there is a fan translation available for that one. I feel like for stuff as popular as Gundam, like usually all of the games get translated. At least I know all of the Dragon Ball Z games that came out only in Japan have fan translations. I guess that's probably slightly more popular than Gundam, but... Alright, this banana better not lie to me. There we go. There was also a Super Robot Wars game on the Dreamcast. Oh, isn't that, that is something from, like the, Famicom and Super Famicom days, right? Where they like put in a bunch of different, robot IPs, basically. Is that right? I've never played those, but they look really cool. Did I make it? No. No! I wanted to ride that keg. Hey, we got all the letters. Oh, that claptrap in the dark. Yeah, I think it started on the Game Boy. Boss Dumb Drum. This is the boss where we just have to, like, kill random enemies. And just not have it stomp on me. So, I was looking at chat. No. But it's a mishmash of robot series in a strategy RPG setting. Started to really hit its stride in the PSX days. Oh, I didn't know. So to be honest, I know very little about that series, but I associate it with like Famicom and Super Famicom. I didn't know that it like even went into. Oh, come on! I didn't know that it even went into the PSX days. Okay, I should figure out if I have to actually jump. Do I? No. This does not, like, stun me if I don't jump. I'm just so used to that as a mechanic in bosses. You do not have to bother jumping when he smashes the ground. Ugh. Yikes. Got him. Almost. What did I die at last time? Oh yeah, the armadillos. Oh, you know what? Those enemies that I couldn't remember their names of, we're gonna see their names at the end of the game. I just remembered that. That's exciting. It's still going strong today. The newest SRW Super Robot Wars, that's what it's called. The newest is Super Robot Wars 30 to celebrate the 30-year anniversary. It's locally available on Steam for the first time ever. Oh, that's pretty neat. Is that 30th anniversary one a good game? Is it worth playing? They look like they would be fun to play, I think. From what you hear, yes. Okay. Haven't purchased it yourself? Gotcha. You know what, Bone Chalk, I just remembered another thing. There's a series, or like, yeah, I guess it's a series called SD Gundam. Have you ever played those? It's SD for super deformed, so the characters are all chibi looking. And I think those are on Famicom. You have. How are those? I kind of like the aesthetic of them. But I don't know anything other than like the aesthetic. That's the extent of my knowledge of those. Whoo, we saved it. Oh, and it's in a good place. I can like stand safely on the platform now too. Those are similar to Super Robot Wars, but different. There's a bit more customization. Interesting. Oh no, the N! Why didn't I get that N? I'm so sad. Yikes. I don't think I need this tire anymore. I think it's probably doing more harm than good by being there. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Bye-bye. Don't need you, tire. Sorry. But there's also two different camps. Two different camps of thought on those games. One version is like relive the canon stories of various series with original characters. Two camps of SD Gundam. Got it. Oh my god, this beaver! Well, no more tea. I switched to water. The other is take all the series involved and remix them together with an original plot. Okay. What would you say is the best Gundam game? So in that way it becomes Super Gundam Wars. Haha, got it. Ooh. Wait a second. Did I didn't choose the same level again, did I? What the heck, I did. Thank goodness for start select. Clearly MS Saga. Bojack, that's tough because there's so many bad ones. I believe that. What's MS Saga? What system is that for? MS Saga is on PS2. Are you streaming that one? Ramby, no, I need you. I got you. Yes. Turn-based RPG with a lot of mech customization. RPG where you can trick out your mech. That sounds cool. You know, there is a Super Nintendo game that is like that, or rather, there's a Super Famicom game that's like that, called Front Mission Gun Hazard. I guess like the Front Mission games came to the West later, but this SNES one never did. But I've heard that it is very, very good, and that's a game that's definitely on my list to play. It's one of the few you don't own from that era. Oh no. Tuffy, think of like Diablo inventory and you can fit as many weapons in it, etc. It sounds like it could be, like that would be fun. Yeah, I haven't gotten any farther in the original series in a while. We haven't watched any more recently. I'm trying to think of which episode I left off on, though. Oh no, Ramby! Poor Ramby. I want that N. I want it too bad. Now I get nothing. Wah. But you have played it, and it's incredibly okay. Now you get to try again. That's right, I do. Except I didn't really see a good way to get that N. I didn't really see any way to get it that made me feel comfortable about getting it. Alright. What do I do here? No! I get to try again. Why can't I, like, see this in my head very well? Alright, there's a, bonus room over here. Let's do that. Wow, I wish that I could infinitely bounce off of them, but I don't think I can. Maybe there's a way if you're, like, really good. Oh. Die, apparently. Yes, that is what happened. Bojack, I think Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 or Gundam Breaker 3 are probably the best of what you've played, aside from the strategy games. Makes sense. Those Dynasty Warrior games are pretty fun, from the one that I've played of them. By the way, I need to start Age of Calamity sometime soon. I've been constantly having a Zelda game in my current rotation ever since, like, the summer, and now I don't. I've taken a break from Zelda inadvertently. I guess after finishing Triforce Heroes. Wait a minute, no. I played Link Faces of Evil very recently. That counts. I almost forgot it all about Link Faces of Evil. How could I? Tuffy, you'd play it after Breath of the Wild if you haven't played /beaten. Oh, Tuffy, I've played a lot of Breath of the Wild. I think Breath of the Wild maybe. Now here's the thing. Like, I have the games that are special to me, that are my favorite games, and you know, that's colored by my own experiences. But if I truly believe that if I'm being objective and thinking about like what is the best game ever made, it's probably Breath of the Wild. Excited for the second one? Yes, me too. That it looks amazing. Like that reveal trailer is so good. Bonechuck, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2 is very fun for all the remix scenarios it has, but you do need the patience for a long-term Muso-style game. Oh, interesting. So from when I played Hyrule Warriors, I felt like it ever so slightly overstayed its welcome. I did really enjoy it overall, but yeah, I did have that sense that it was just a little bit too long, and maybe that's because I played like the definitive edition, which had all the DLC, and maybe if the DLC wasn't there, I wouldn't feel that way. Oh no, I turned around. I missed that Rambi token. So, but yeah, if anything longer than Hyrule Warriors would have been too much for me. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, that is. Like, I definitely appreciate shorter games. I feel like this is something that gets said a lot in lately, but like, you know, hearing that a game is 80 hours long is a big turnoff for me as a busy adult, you know. I just want to play something like Donkey Kong Country that I can just beat the whole game in a few hours. Tuffy, you played and enjoyed every moment of Breath of the Wild, but go watch some trick plays on Reddit and you'll feel like, did I play this game wrong? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those. Hyrule Warriors probably gave you some gray hair. It was always running from one side of the map to the other in a panic. Yes, I know what you're talking about, Tuffy. Depends on the type of game. I get that. Yeah, like you know, it's more so like, you know, if a game takes 80 hours to do everything there is to do in it, that's cool. But if it takes 80 hours to play through the main story, that's a turnoff. Like Assassin's Creed, I have never, like, even before I guess that became like an open world series, I was never super interested in it. But especially when I hear about like Assassin's Creed and what like Far Cry, I have no desire to play those games at all. Like, they don't appeal to me in the slightest. Gotta get those gold skull tokens. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about there. 80-hour RPG versus 80-hour DKC. That's a long DKC game. Yes, that would be a very long platformer. There's a banana here. I made it. What item do I use? Where? OMG. Ooh, it left. Yeah. I know what you're talking about with the gold skull tulas in that game. I definitely enjoyed the game overall though. But yeah, I can definitely see that. Yeah, there is that like sense of panic to it that is kind of stressful. But once I got into it, I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm excited to play Age of Calamity. Age of Calamity, I think, from what I hear, is better than the first Hyrule Warriors, even. I'll say it like this: I liked Hyrule Warriors a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. It was a blast with 2 players. Calamity is way better. Okay. I actually didn't know that there was multiplayer. I guess I only ever touched the story mode, so yeah, now that I think about it, there were a ton of different game modes that I just never even played. Alright, do I want to try to get this tire on the platform? Okay, well, I don't have an option now, and it's dark. Okay, we're in the light again. You know, it's interesting how the levels in this area in the caves, the Chimp Caverns, these are always the levels that I remember the least. And obviously that's because I've played them the fewest times because they're closest to the end, but I don't know. It's interesting how that works. Oh, I missed the N. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild 2, or whatever it ends up being called, is definitely my most anticipated game of the year. Like, by a big margin. And I did not ever finish Skyward Sword until the HD version of it on the Switch. And it's very apparent from the trailers that they've shown that they're going to use a lot of ideas from Skyward Sword, even if it's not like a direct follow-up or anything. It seems like they really want to take ideas from Skyward Sword and maybe, you know, if I'm being optimistic here, like fully flesh them out, like make them like implement those ideas the way that they truly envision them, which I think is really cool. And I think it's you know, they clearly did the Skyward Sword re-release to like get people ready for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which I don't know, just feels neat. Feels like I'm part of something. Playing Skyward Sword and being ready for Breath of the Wild 2. Tuffy, I don't know if it's my most anticipated, but I have several on my list already. March is a stacked month for me. What's coming out in March that you're excited about? I know the Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is coming out in March, isn't it? I'm kind of interested in that game. Although I haven't played a ton of Kirby games. But I would say I'm a Kirby fan. I finally played the original Kirby's Dream Land for the first time last year, and that was a lot of fun. I really... Oh my god, what? I forgot about that. I forgot. DK cannot kill the gray ones. Forgot all about that. Need a barrel for him. Well, if you recall, they redid Wind Waker on Wii U before Breath of the Wild came out, so it fits. Yeah, also Twilight Princess on Wii U, but but I don't think there's as close a connection between like either Wind Waker or Twilight Princess to Breath of the Wild as there seems to be Breath of the... Oh, no, 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 no! I just need to jump across. I thought I needed to ride that thing. As there seems to be between Breath of the Wild 2 and Skyward Sword, like... you've seen the trailers, I'm assuming, where... You know, it opens with the shot of Link, like, falling from the sky in, like, the same exact pose as from Skyward Sword. So it really seems like they're going for some kind of connection between those games. You got Triangle Strategy, FF Origins, on the fence for release day Rune Factory 5, and the Kirby game looks like Kirby Automata. Yeah, it does look like that. I kind of recently watched a YouTube video explaining Kirby lore. And it's very interesting. Like, I had always heard that Kirby lore was really deep, like surprisingly deep. And I watched some YouTube video that tried to explain it all. Oh, no, no, no! Whoa! I'm alive! I can't do anything, can I? No! We'll just jump this way. Ah! You're also interested in that too? Yeah, I'll probably get the Kirby game. I don't know if I'll... See, I buy more games than I have time to play. That's for sure. Backlog grows at a rate higher than the rate that I finish games at. But I don't know. It feels nice having a large Switch physical collection, like that I can always go back to. I actually bought I bought Pikmin 3 recently. Oh, nice! I survived that. Okay. This is a pretty difficult level, I will say. This requires some quick reaction times. No! I could have survived. I could have survived. It doesn't help that sometimes you don't feel like playing games some days. Yeah. That's rare for me, though, to be honest. Like, it's pretty rare to have a day where I don't feel like playing video games. It's like normally the thing I do, like definitely after the kids go to sleep, and then sometimes with my kids. So there's just so many games to play. Tough, you have several bigger titles that you've barely touched, and you and your brother played Pikmin 3 together. Oh, that's cool. How did you like Pikmin 3? I've heard that it's the best Pikmin game. I've never played the second one, and I also haven't yet played the third one. But my plan is to replay Pikmin 1 and then play Pikmin 3. See, that's already an unrealistic plan because it involves playing 2 games. Code Vein, Disco Elysium, a couple on PS4. That time will evolve in a few years when they're older. Yes, that's true. It was really fun as a team. You can do so much more than what one person can do in the same time frame. Interesting. Oh, look, I was right at the end when I died last time. Yeah, I'm excited to play Pikmin 3. I would like to play Pikmin 2. I'd like to play like all 3 of them, but I don't have Pikmin 2. But I could always play it through means, you know. Oh, I have to wait for him to finish hawking his nuts at me. Yep. That was an easy boss. Oh, you never played the others? It was your first? See, I played Pikmin 1 back when it was new. When it was brand new. Alright, here we are. Gangplank Galleon. King K. Rool himself awaits. Sure, you two can split up the duties pretty easily and then team up on the other ones you weren't able to solo. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Already messing it up. So yeah, the music in this battle is really awesome. It'll kick in very soon. In that video I was watching earlier today where this guy was talking all about the music in Donkey Kong Country, apparently I was gonna say apparently David Wise said Iron Maiden was a big influence for this this track, which you can totally hear. There's a galloping rhythm at one point. And there's like a harmonized guitar sound. I hear it. And I'm actually a huge fan of Iron Maiden. Definitely one of my favorite bands of all time. And I wonder if like playing this as a kid just like instilled it in me, even though I didn't listen to Iron Maiden until I was a teenager. Like I didn't know who they were until I was a teenager. Oh no. I did that wrong. This may take a few tries, but that's fine. So, I'm debating whether or not I want to do something after this. I probably won't. I'll probably end after I beat the game here. We'll watch the credits, read all the character names, and it'll be pretty late for me by then. I don't know what. Okay, I guess I'm having trouble getting past these cannonballs. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need like a more of a running head start like that. I did it that time. Nope. Failure. And there's so many games that I really would like to play on stream. I guess I've got, you know, all the years ahead of me to do it, but there's just so many, and there's so many games that I would like to play not on stream too. Alright, we've got 40 lives to do this. Can it be done? I was just thinking about wanting to play Mega Man X. And maybe like all the Mega Man X games. I've only ever beaten Mega Man X1. But I've always been really interested in playing in the rest of the series. Yeah, Tuffy, I've played Chrono Trigger, not on stream though. I have the Super Nintendo cart for Chrono Trigger. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is great. I would, you know, if I replay Chrono Trigger sometime, I would definitely be on stream. I think Super Mario RPG sounds pretty good as a game for the near future, though. That's one. So I haven't beaten Super Mario RPG since I was a kid. I've definitely played like the beginning of it a bunch of times since then, but never gone all the way through since childhood. So that would be really great to replay. Alright, we got the fake ending. You should play Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology in your spare time. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. Alright, we got the fake credits. Coding, Claptrap. Characters, Crusha. Coloring, Critter. Concept, Clump. Commander, King K. Rool. The end, question mark. JK. Oh no. He started jumping when I had a yawn. Ah! I lost DK. Yeah, he's gonna have 3 different types of jump. I forget how many phases there are. Is that really it? Yeah, we did it. And that's why you double tap. Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. If I had been playing, I'd have found everything. I'm sure there must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. I love Cranky. Kong's Banana Horde, it's back! Hooray! Time to 100% it now. I've definitely never 100%ed this one. The bad guys, naughty. I have 100%ed 2 and 3, but never this one. Necky. Army the Armadillo. Zinger. Slippa. Mankey Kong. It is Mankey Kong. For some reason I thought Mankey... Mini Necky. I thought Mankey was in DK64. The aquatic bad guys. Bite size. Oh, this music. The ending music is really good too. Croctopus. Chomps Jr. Chomps. Clambo. Squidge. I always love seeing this at the end of games, by the way. Like seeing the names of all the characters. The Kremlings. Critter. Clump. Crash and Claptrap. Rock Croc. Crusha. Rock Croc is probably the only one whose name doesn't start with K, isn't it? Very naughty. Master Necky. Queen Bee. Really naughty. Dumb Drum. Master Neki Sr. Claptrap. He started before he got robotized into Borderlands. Yes, yeah, he does have the same name. There's King K. Rool. Rambi. These are the good guys. Espresso. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure if there was an X. And Guard. Winky. Squawks with his flashing flashlight. The Kongs. Is it my turn yet? Funky Kong. Funky is so awesome. Candy Kong. Surely it's me next. Cranky Kong. Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong. Yeah, there's our thumbs up. I love the animations here. They're so good. I love this game so much. I did this using 1 life. And I took less than an hour. Have you guys ever seen the Donkey Kong Country animated series? When I was a kid, I found out that that existed, and I was so happy, and I was so into it. And I remember watching it and really enjoying it. There was one Tuffy, and I was shocked to like look at clips from it today and see just how awful it is. It's like really, really bad. But I've only gone back and watched clips. I would love to go back and rewatch the actual like all the episodes, or at least like watch it in full episode form. Yeah, it's pretty cursed. A really, if you want to get like a quick glimpse of it in a really funny way, I think there's some YouTuber, he's like a very huge YouTuber that has like a little video that just like shows clips of it. I can't remember his name. It might be Donkey. Is that a YouTuber? All right. There it is. Donkey Kong Country. Let's see. Save file shows 2 hours and 2 minutes. Donkey is. I'm not a fan of him, but he's popular. Okay. Yeah, it might be him. I don't know any of his other work, but his DKC animated series video is funny. If you want to just get like an overview of why this series is so messed up. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been fun. Definitely been a great way to close out the night here after a really crazy day that I had. Always a joy to play through this game. 62%, we got work to do. Yeah, someday I should try to 100% it, but I probably wouldn't do that on stream. Maybe, I don't know. You know, if I had more days that I could stream during the week, I would be more likely to do something like that. But like most of the time I can only stream twice a week. Just occasionally I can throw a Saturday stream in here. Yeah, since my streaming time is kind of limited, I really like try to focus it on like playing through new games or playing through games that I haven't played in a while, you know. Someday I will 100% it. Okay, I think I'm gonna raid Stellar Death. He is a cool streamer that you guys should follow if you're not. He usually he's playing Genesis games. Wait, that's not a command. I'm trying to shout out. I guess I don't need to shout him out. We're going there in a raid. But thank you all again for chilling with me here. It's been fun. Give Stellar Death a follow if you're not. Say hi. He's playing Alien Soldier, which is a cool game. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good weekend.